Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Sudden Mouth. As you know, guys, this week I'll be going under surgery, so these videos have been pre-recorded. So I apologize in advance in case something dramatic is happening, and unfortunately, I'm not covering it. But by the way, guys, if you do enjoy the content, please consider dropping that like and subscribe, so it greatly helps the channel. So thank you very much for your support. Now, today I'd like to make a bit of a shorter video to discuss a little bit about AI stocks and the AI revolution, movement, whatever you want to call it. Now, I do believe that now this is, agreed by almost everybody that AI will be the next big thing. Now, even the permanent bears, the guys who think everything's going to go, that the world will be Mad Max in 2 weeks, everybody now is starting to see the potential of AI. See, the issue is that everybody is aware of it. So you have this AI bubble going on. Now you have the big players, the Nvidia, the Googles, etc., in which AI is helping them quite a lot. But the companies in and of itself are very successful, very profitable, very strong. Not garbage companies at all, don't get me wrong. But with the big incumbents, if you will, you also have a lot of AI stocks being created, which AI companies being created, in which most cases they are startups at best. Some cases they are nothing more than PowerPoint presentations, and many of them, and each of them promises something into the future, and almost all of them are gathering a lot of money because of the AI movement. Very similar to what happened to the dot-com companies. Now, in case you guys don't know about this, Yahoo, for the older ones in the audience that still remember Yahoo at some point was worth 2 times the entire New Zealand stock market. Think about it. That is the reality, huh? And I do expect something similar in the AI stock craze. Okay? I do think that the bigger companies, the Nvidias, the Googles, the etc., will do well into the future. But I do think that just like in any very transformative industry, you have a smaller bubble that piles up in the beginning. You have a big shakeout in which all of these companies that I call the PowerPoint presentation companies disappear. Or companies which are so unprofitable and burning so much cash, they go away. But you have others with potential, but unproven potential, that eventually become profitable, eventually grow, and then they become the next big thing, just like Amazon did in the 2000s. So Amazon IPO'd at $6 a share, went to 136 in the year 2000, back to 6, and then now, if you ignore the reverse stock splits, you're talking the stock splits, you're talking about maybe $4,500 or something. So it was the next big thing. I have zero doubt in my mind that AI stocks will be the best place to be invested in the future when it comes to the stock market. Now, the question is, at this moment, a lot of these companies exist because there's a lot of money in the space, there's a lot of euphoria in the space, there's a lot of craziness in the space. I do think we need a big shakeout to see who's swimming naked, to see almost all of these companies will go away, but the survivors will be the next big investments, in my opinion, for the next 20, 30 years, just like Amazon was in the year 2000. So what is my plan around this? I am going to wait for these bubble in AI stocks, particularly the smaller players, to burst. Just like the spec bubble in 2022 that went down 90% or so. Now, be careful. I'm not predicting a crash of the stock market because that's a big mistake. You see, 2022, the S&P went down 25%. Is that a crash? I mean, it's a bad market, right? I mean, it's nothing really that special. The Nasdaq went down at the worst 38%. Well, that is more aggressive, but if you think about it, the Nasdaq just had gone up like 200% in 3 years or something, or in 5 years. So it's not that crazy, right? Then when it comes to AI stocks, but as the Nasdaq went down 38%, as the S&P went down 25%, some SPACs, some meme stocks went down 95%. So that's my point. You see, just because these things can go down 95% without the market crashing, 80%. Now, the ones that survive, I think, will have the potential to do the best forever. So what I'm going to do is, when that time comes, is I'm going to really study a lot of different companies, the bit smaller ones. And since I have a lot of background in the financial sector, I would like to see which ones do I see as a path to profitability being likely. Now, I'm not going to get all of them right, that's for sure. But if I get them, the 50% right, it will already be very good. So what I'll try to do is to create a portfolio at the time of about 10, 15 stocks, which I think can do extremely well in the space and have crypto-like returns into the future. So that is one of my plans for after the crypto cycle, once hopefully I have a lot of money to start deploying it in the industries that I believe are going to be the next big thing, and get some exposure into the stock side as well, besides crypto. And I hope that the reasoning makes sense. This is what I'm going to do. That doesn't mean you need to copy me. As you guys know, I'm always very transparent. I always disclose whatever I'm invested in. So I never, shy away from that. And I always talk about where I'm invested before pumps happen, not after. That's the big difference. And I don't sell you anything. So that's also another good thing, right? So with that, guys, I'll leave you be. Thank you very much for your support, and I'll catch you in the next one.